Hey,
How's
Byron.
everyone?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. How's everyone?
Doing well. We'll get started. Our first question will come from Rick Stroud.
Hey, Byron, hope you guys are doing well. Looks like for the most part, we got spared a little bit up here. Can you just look, it's not one thing, right? Every opponent's different. Every problem is different. But in general, 3 touchdowns in 3 games was never the goal, but you guys are 2-1. So when you look at it, what's not happening, especially early in games where you haven't scored a touchdown yet?
We're just not good enough really on first and second down. You look at last week, we starting off on 3rd and 12, so it's tough to execute on 3rd and 12s, especially when you're a banged up football team. You banged up football team, you're putting yourself in all these 3rd and long situations, which means you're going to punt the ball most of the time. And it's hard to score and punt at the same time. That's really has been our issue, of just being better on first and second down, giving ourselves an opportunity to score points. What we've always done around here is gave ourselves an opportunity to score at a high level, and we're just not doing that right now. I think that's something that we will get corrected. I'm excited, but that's what's really going on right now.
Thanks, Byron.
Greg Allman.
Hey, Byron. Obviously, you guys will have Mike back on Sunday. Could get Julio back, could get Chris back, could get Donovan back. How much, in terms of just your play calling, your comfort level, does it change when you're so much closer to full strength with 4 guys potentially coming back to this offense?
Yeah, it's different. It's different because when you're unhealthy and you're playing some new guys, some youthful guys, you looked in the huddle and 8 of our 11 was different. 8 of the 11 guys that's used to being in the huddle was different. So that always takes time as a group. And like I was telling the group, that this group got to learn how to play and win football games together. Each year is different. It's not an automatic thing. They understand that, though. They understand we got to be better across the board. But it's work. It's work, and we're putting the work in, and we're trying to get to the point and the level that we've always been at. But we're working our tail off. We'll be fine, I believe. But it is good to start getting some guys back, getting some type of camaraderie, those guys playing together. We have been in some tough situations together. So I do believe we'll be better from this, especially with our young guys getting the experience that they've had so far. But we do got to play better across the board.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Byron, my internet's been a little spotty after this storm. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. Coach Bowles said Monday that he would like to see more running backs get involved. I guess the question is, why haven't they been more involved at this point, or is it just that much of a trust in Lenny?
I think that's pretty much what it was, and the way that the games were going. I think the way that the games were going, we got in somewhat of a 2-minute no-huddle mode last year where we would prefer Lenny in that spot more than any of them. Not that any of them is doing anything wrong, just right now in those situations with, Rashad being young, that right now, and I've really been leaning towards Lenny. But I do believe I'll start giving Rashad more reps just throughout the game. What we were doing, we were giving him series, and it just so happened that Rashad's series didn't go well. So they were quick, and he was more out the game. But I'll do a better job of getting most of all those guys involved because we need to do that to help the room out, to help Lenny out, to get Lenny from playing so many plays.
Thanks, Brian.
Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach. Glad to see you. Glad to see that everything's okay. We haven't had a chance to talk to you since that 2-point conversion play there. You guys had the delay of game penalty. Just what went on from your vantage point, and is that really just a function or a byproduct of just having so many different guys out there?
Either way, or whatever the problem was, it's all my responsibility. So that's really how I view it. It's my responsibility. We all got to do a better job in that situation. It wasn't surprising to no one, but we'll do a better job in that situation. But that ultimately falls on me. We got to do a better job right there, and we didn't do that. We're excited to have the next opportunity to do that.
And also, if I may, Julio Jones and Chris Godwin practiced for the first time yesterday, since their injuries, or actually, I know Julio did practice this week, or last week, excuse me. But how did they look? Like, I don't know if you can shed any light on that. I know you usually don't talk about injuries.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to Coach Bowles. I really don't talk about that, but we are excited.
Thanks.
We'll go to Evan Winter.
Hey, Coach. Hope all is well. Obviously, as you said, this is a high-scoring offense, and a lot of that comes from, big plays in the passing game. If you look at Tom's numbers right now, especially one, he's actually throwing the ball down the field a bit more just at this rate through the first 3 weeks than he was last year. Obviously, that's part of your identity, and obviously you have to adapt with all the injuries. What's it like trying to find that balance between adapting but also maintaining your identity?
Well, I just think it's really personnel makes those decisions, really, to be honest with you. You look in 2020, I talk about it. We were more attacking offense down the field a lot. And then in 2021, we weren't, because teams played us differently. And all we want to do is put our team in the best position to score points and to play well. We want to do what we can offensively to help us, to put our hand in the pile, to help us win football games. We try to prepare for everything in all different styles and all different types so we can be multiple and win football games. Because like I always tell you guys, we're just trying to win that day. Whatever day that the game's on, we're trying to do the right thing to win that day, to put ourselves in position to have an opportunity to win the football game. So it's different this year. Each year is different. It's different from 2020. It's different from 2021. This is a whole new team that's learning how to play together. I love the things that we're doing that nobody see, but I'm excited for the rest of the season for us to get going and just see how this thing goes.
Last question will come from JC Allen.
Hey, Byron, how are we doing? I just wanted to ask you, could you just talk about your play calling philosophy, specifically like on first downs, how you distinguish between running the ball, passing the ball, and kind of what goes into that?
Well, I try to each play, first, second, third down, even fourth, try to call the best play for the situation at the time. That's really my philosophy. Try to put them in position to have the best success possible on any down and distance on any play. A lot of work goes into from a scouting standpoint on what teams like to do. So we're just trying to be in the best position to have the best play called at all times, regardless of what down and distance it is.
All right, that's all I have time for. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys, y'all have a good one. Is it good back there? How is it there? Good. Happy to see all you guys. Happy to see you. All right, guys, have a good one.